Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee and this is Dee's Reading Lounge, where I'm sharing my love for reading at my own pace. And so today is going to be another vlog. I love doing these videos. I do post them about every 2 weeks or so. But anyway, so I thought I would start this vlog off by sharing the book that I'm currently reading, which is The Sun Does Shine: How I Found Life and Freedom on Death Row. This is follows a man by the name of Anthony Ray Hinton that was arrested in 1985. He was innocent, but he was convicted for capital murder, I believe, of 2 people. He was like in his late 20s and he was set on death row for 27 years. And so it follows his life, how he transformed his life in prison, and how he was ultimately acquitted. So I can't wait to read this because I bought this when it first came out in 2018. Y'all, it's 2024. Okay, we got to get these books read. Gone are the days that I'm just buying books and let them just go to waste, my money going to waste, and let them sit on the shelf. I gotta get this read because I'm really interested in hearing his story. And I think I bought this for full price just because I wanted to support him, because no doubt this man has lost a lot, being locked up for 27 years on death row at that, trying to rebuild his life. So I definitely wanted to support him. So I bought his book. So I'm going to be reading this book. I probably won't focus this vlog on this book alone. I am planning on doing a lot of other things. So along with this channel being a bookish vlog, I'm just wanting to share bits and pieces of my life. I hope you don't mind that, but I will involve books. So it is Sunday and I'm off today because yesterday was my last day at my weekend gig, and so I have already started my new gig. And honestly, I've just been taking this day to just relax. I've been doing a little planning, making my grocery list, planning in my A5 planner. And so today I am going to go grocery shopping just for like filler items, because we're trying to get rid of the food that we already have in our refrigerator and try to conserve and save money and things like that and not be so wasteful. So I'm just gonna be getting filler items, but also I may go to Costco because I threw away my coffee machine. Now I do have an espresso machine that I use, but I don't buy those expensive pods all the time. I just recently made an order and I do have a few pods, but after they're gone, I probably will not be buying any more for like maybe 2 months because they're just so expensive. So I do have like a lot of like bagged ground coffee that I order online, and I've got like bags of those. So I have to get a new coffee maker because I don't want that to go to waste. So I probably will go to Costco to buy it because they usually have good prices. What else are we gonna do? We're going to go to the bank because I've got to deposit some money. I gotta buy a light bulb. I'm gonna start this book when I come back. And that's about it. We're not really doing a whole lot, but it is 3 o'clock, y'all, and Costco closes at 6 o'clock. So I think what I'm gonna do, I wanted to go to a used bookstore too, but that's just doing too much right now. On a Sunday, they close at 6 o'clock. And so if I want to get my coffee maker, because I'm prioritizing that today because my work week is coming up and I'm going to be working some long hours during the week. And so I got to get my coffee on, okay? So I think I'm going to prioritize that and just come home and just relax and read my book. Hey y'all, so it's the next day. I think I left off in the other clip. It was a Sunday, my day off. I was running some errands. I didn't get any reading done because I did not get home to almost like 6:30. I just got into Costco, as you guys saw me, and I didn't go crazy, which is always a problem when I go to Costco because I love me some Costco. So I got my coffee maker, and then I got some bananas, and that was good. So I stayed on track. I didn't get any reading done. Well, a little bit, but not much to even talk about in the book that I'm currently reading, which is this book right here, The Sun Does Shine by Anthony Ray Hinton with Laura Love Hardin. So I'm gonna hopefully be doing a little reading today. I go for a walk. While I'm on this walk, I am going to be giving 3 books to the little free library because if you didn't know, I do have a vlog on this channel, and I showed the little free library. It's like right down the street from my house in front of a high school. And so I'm gonna be putting these books in that free library, which is Ward D by Frida McFadden. I just read this and hated this book. Hopefully someone will enjoy it. So I'm gonna put that in there. And then I'm gonna be giving this one away as well. This one is Mame. I tried to read this one and I thought I would get back to it, but I just could not get into it. I didn't, so I'm going to be giving this one away too. I know this was a 5-star for a lot of people, but I'm just gonna give it away because I don't think I am interested in reading it. And then I thought I would be reading this one. I did show this in a backlisted video, The Immortalist by Chloe Benjamin. The premise sounds very interesting, but I've had it for a while now and I have not read it, and I don't think I'm interested in reading it at this point. This is like the perfect fall cover, as you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that one as well. So while I was at the library, I did pick up 2 books, and the first book that I picked up was The Townsend Family Recipe for Disaster. I saw, I don't remember her name, but she recently read this book. That was the first person I saw talk about the book. And then I saw Donna's Book Addiction. She purchased this book, I think. And so it sounded really interesting. And so I thought I would go ahead and get it. And so hopefully I get to this, I don't know when, but I don't think anybody's like asking for it. So hopefully I'll get to it. And then Beyond Breast Cancer, a Mayo Clinic Guide to Healing and Wellness. I am a survivor and I've come a long way because before I could not even say those words, like the C word. I'm a cancer survivor, and so I am 6 years cancer-free. However, when I saw this on display, October is Breast Cancer Awareness, and my library, they had a little section specifically dedicated to October's breast cancer awareness when I saw these books. And I went to flipping, and it really covers a lot of things that I've been experiencing, like dealing with like fear. Like every year I have to get a diagnostic mammogram, and I had to get one this year. And it's always a fearful time for me. And so I did see something when I was flipping through about not living with fear and things like that. But I just picked this up for my own wellness and self-healing. And so then after I went to the library and went to Costco, I went to Ollie's. And so when I went in there, they have a whole section dedicated to books. It's almost like one side of the store, the front side is dedicated like its own little bookstore. And so I recently saw Tina's Wonderfully Made, I believe that's her name. She did a haul video recently, and she showed this book. I think she got it at a used bookstore. And I was saying to myself while I was watching that, she was reading the premise. I'm like, that sounds so good. I'm interested in getting that book. When I saw it at Ollie's the same day I watched her video, and it was $3.99. I could not pass that. And so what I'm gonna do is have my coffee, because my coffee is ready. And I'm going for a walk. And then when I come back, I won't be doing anything book related for several hours. So before I get started doing my taxes, I did get an Amazon package, and I want to share with you what I got. I got 2 books, and then I got a hair-related item. I don't know if you will care about that, but I have been so obsessed lately with headbands, like knotted headbands, and so I got this set for I think like $10, and I love the designs, the neutral colors of them. And they're in like silk fabric. Very pretty. These are like so pretty. Love that brown one. And so I thought these were really, really super cute. And then I got, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this book was this big. I got The Silent Patient, just because I've heard so many good things about this book. And you know, I'm into thrillers now. And so this is by Michaelides, I think that's how you pronounce it. So I got this. I can't wait to read this, because this is definitely up my alley. And then I did not realize that this book was this big, y'all, okay? Like, look at this book. So it is Roots. This book is chunky. This is a chunky book. You guys know, I'm sure you've heard about Roots, the saga of American Family. This is a classic. And so this is over 800 pages, almost 900 pages. And I do want to read this, even though I don't think I probably did watch the movie at some point like years ago, but I don't remember anything about it. And so I do want to eventually read this, but I don't know when I'll be able to read it. It says now a major event series on the History Channel. So that is Roots, and she is a thick one for sure. So it is several days later, and I am about to go to the bookstore that I wanted to go to like last week. It's like a whole week later. So there is a used bookstore that I drove past about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a used bookstore. So I'm really curious, or have been very curious about the type of books they have in the store. And so we're gonna go in there to check them out to see exactly what they have in there. Okay, y'all, so I am back from the bookstore and I did purchase some books and I want to show you really quick. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Now, none of these books really were, except for one book. Actually, this book that I'm about to show you, I just actually made a purchase. I haven't gotten the book, but I just found this book at the used bookstore. Now, these books aren't, I would say, cheap books. They were kind of on the low end or half price of Barnes and Nobles or anything like that. Of course, I did check Amazon first before purchasing the book to make sure it was a decent enough price, because it really didn't make sense for me to get a used book when I could get a new book. And I know that in itself, like, these booksellers and things like that, people are still wearing masks, y'all. I guess we're about to go into the COVID flu season. COVID is still alive and well. But anyway, I just made sure first that it makes sense for me to buy the book in a used bookstore versus Amazon. And because I would rather have a brand new book, than a used book, paid the same price for a used book. So I overheard, before I show you the books, I overheard the owner of the bookshop and a customer talking about the publishing industry and how Amazon and all of these other mainly Amazon has ruined it for everybody. And I do understand that, especially for authors. And she mentioned people returning their books if, like, the wording is small or the print is not right or there's a defect on the book. Listen, if I'm spending I understand all of that. It may be affecting and hurting the publisher, but where's the quality control? Like, there should be some quality control, I feel, before you send these books out, to make sure that they don't have any flaws on them. And I know some books can get damaged in shipping, because I've had to recently return a couple of books back to Amazon because of that exact reason. I feel like if I'm paying my money, like, I want a brand new perfect book, and so it's only fair. So anyway, so I did hear that. All right, so let me show you these books. So the first book that I actually got one, like, fairly new book and 2 older books from an author that I absolutely love. I've only read one of her books, but that book I just absolutely love. So I found 2 J. California Cooper books. This is In Search of Satisfaction. So this one has been on my radar, but for some reason, because the book is high on Amazon, this book went for $14 on Amazon, and so it just made sense when I saw the price. So the price is right here on the inside of the book, $7.95. This looks like a brand new copy, barely used. It's in a used bookstore, but it barely looks like it's used. So I purchased this one. And then I got The Wake of the Wind. This is also a novel. So these both are, I think, novels. Yeah, this is a novel. And I know she has a lot of short stories, which I haven't read any of her short stories. I don't think so. But I've never heard of this one. And so this one was $6.95. And again, this one was $14 online as well. So I looked up and got that book. This book I just bought from Amazon. It is The Color of Water, A Black Man's Tribute to His White Mother by James McBride. I did not know he had a white mother, or he was mixed, biracial. I just purchased this. I have not received it yet. I don't remember what I paid for it. I think $9 and some change, but this one was $6.95. So I'm saving a little bit of money. So I am going to cancel that order from Amazon because it has not arrived yet, or I will be returning it. This next book was made into a movie. It was on Netflix. Now it's been taken off, but y'all, this movie was so good. And of course, people always say the book is always better than the novel. And so here it is, The Other Boiling Girl. So if you guys have not seen the movie, I don't know where else you can access the movie, because it's not on Netflix anymore. They took it off. So good. So they had 2 copies in there. This one was the better looking cover or whatever. I love the purple and gold. This one is quite, it's not in bad condition. It's not in bad condition at all, but this is a, oh God, this is like 641 pages. But trust and believe that the freaking movie was so good. Like, I cannot wait to dive into this book. This is historical fiction. So this one was a really good price, and I did go to the used bookstore. It's in Charlotte. As you saw in the previous clip, it's very disorganized. It's kind of hard to find books in there. They did have an African American section, but I kind of feel some type of way, and let me know what you think about this issue, and I'll bring that up when I show you the last book. Anyway, so this was $4.95, and so I'm so glad to have gotten that. Then this last book is a more contemporary book. It looks like in pretty good condition. You can tell that it's used though, but it looks like it's in really good condition. I've heard mixed reviews on this one. This one is When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. I didn't know that was Alyssa Cole. So this is Alyssa Cole. I never have seen a picture of her, but that's a cool picture of the author. I know she used to write romance. I've read some romance novels by her, but never a thriller. So this is a thriller. This is like a new genre, I believe, that she's embarking on or have embarked on. So this book, which I felt some type of way, I don't know, let me know what you think, was in the African American section. Now, because it's a thriller, I feel like it should have been in the general section. Yes, it's a Black author, but let me know what you think about that. I kind of like feel some type of way about that. I don't know. Am I making too much of that? Anyway, so I wasn't expecting the total to come up to what it did. It was shy of $40, $37 and some change. But I did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Most of them are in pretty good condition, and so yeah, we're going to head home. This was like my first weekend, y'all, having the whole weekend off because I don't know if I mentioned, but I just recently got a new position, and because I've been working weekends for about 2 years, so now I'm going to be working remote. And so my last day at that weekend job was last Saturday, and so have been just enjoying myself, exploring the city in which I have been living in for quite some time. But I never come out here, and I saw this bookstore about 2 weeks ago, so I thought I would check it out because tomorrow's going to be Sunday, and I'm probably going to go outside tomorrow too. Today was such a beautiful day, and I'm just going to enjoy myself. Anyway, so let's go ahead and head home. I was going to get some African food, but I didn't really know what to order. So we might get some food too before we head back. So I'm back at home, and it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I am going to attempt to read this book, The Sun Does Shine. I took the jacket off because it's getting on my nerves. I really do prefer paperbacks now, just because these hardbacks are very hard to hold. But this book, I'm having a hard time. I'm just picking up the book and just reading it because I am interested in his story, and I do want to hear his story. And by the way, this book, the exact same book, I saw in the bookstore. You might have saw a clip of it, but it's taken me a long time to get through this book just because I keep putting it down. But I want to move on to other books. So I'm going to try my hardest to read about 100 pages tonight, hopefully, because I don't have anything to do tomorrow. And I'm hoping to finish this book in a few days because I've just been picking it up, putting it down, picking it up. And as you can see where the bookmark is, I have not made a dent in this book at all. So I am going to not force myself because I have not been interested in picking it up. Now I'm at home. I'm just going to sit here and read a little bit. But I'm going to be ending this vlog Unfortunately, I can't tell you much about this book at this point because I have not made a dent in, as you saw. I am on chapter 2, page 16. Page 16. This is his story, but there's another author, Laura Love Hardin. So I'm thinking that she like wrote the book and he pretty much gave her like the details of his story, and she actually wrote the book with his input, of course. But the book starts off with him being sentenced to death on trial, and he's on the stand making his statement. He's on the stand making his statement, and he's expressing how he forgives the people who are doing this to him. And the way it's written, like broken English, it's almost, I don't know how I feel about that. Like reading that is kind of hard to read, but I'm sure if she wrote it like that, that's how he talks, I guess. I don't know. But that's as far as I have made it in this book. Him being sentenced to death, him explaining his side of the story, expressing that he's innocent, and how he forgives the people who are putting him to death, and the prosecutors and things like that. So it was kind of heart-wrenching, especially knowing that someone is innocent, innocent, and they're faced with the reality of being sentenced to death. So yeah, that's as far as I have gotten in this book. And so I'm gonna just read a little bit to hopefully page 100, if not at least to page 50. Okay, trying to get to page 50. All right, y'all, so I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and be blessed. Bye.